Hi, and welcome to Lippy Presents Ghost News Network. Today is our question of the week. Tom, you got a question?
So we recently talked about what was our favorite piece of equipment to use on investigation.
Yep.
So the flip side of that is, not to say your least favorite, but what do you think? What piece of equipment do you think maybe the most overrated, overused, least useful? We'll put it nicely.
I mean, I'm not a huge fan of the obelisk. We purchased it kind of to be like, yeah, this thing sucks. Not that we haven't gotten some interesting things off of it, but it's simple software. That it's a lot of laptops. I don't know if the new ones have it, but years ago there was a program called Microsoft Sam. You would type words and it would speak the words. Basically, that's what it does. It's not typing anything. There's just a database. It's got a micro SD card put in there. And databases are running. I think ours is a 500-word database. So it pulls from those words to say words. A lot of people claim on TV, entertainment purposes only, that it says words that aren't programmed into it. Wow, really? Prove it. You can't. So kiss my ass. If it says my last name, then I'll be convinced.
But even then, it's hard to say because the person you order from knows your name and they can just put it into the database.
So
you just go to our website,
right.
Go through all of our members.
Yeah. I mean, it's a database. That's what it's pulling off of. It's programmed to when it says certain words, it emphasizes. So if it says demon, it doesn't just say demon. It says demon in a deep voice. Murder.
Menacing.
Murder. Certain words are it's all programmed. That's all it is. So I want to know what sets it off.
Right.
That we haven't figured out yet. It's supposedly done by environmental factors. That's what I hate because there's a lot of different environmental factors out there. Sometimes the people that make the equipment don't even know. They have no clue. That's just where I'm at with that. I'm not a huge fan. What you see on TV, instead of having a 500-word database, it might do 25. So eventually the words that you want are going to pop up. And then when they do pop up, oh my God, we're in a cemetery.
Imagine that.
It's a cemetery. Holy cow. After 25, 30 minutes of recording, they edit it and you see just that minute where it looks like it just came out and said it. That's how these things are faked, unfortunately. You know where I stand with that. So that device, and it's over expensive. It's $380. As a person starting their own group, there are about 10 other things I would buy before I bought that. You could buy a lot of awesome
You'd spend about $380.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You could buy a lot of stuff for $380 and have a nice arsenal of equipment instead of having one piece of equipment that fucking sucks. So that's kind of Obelisks. Then we have the Obelisk 4. So that's where I stand with it.
REM pod. Not a huge fan of the REM pod. Just because of what they tell you it does. They tell you it is this device that generates its own EMF field as if it's some kind of force field that gets broken by a spirit, which is then, is used to interact with you. It's a glorified motion sensor, guys. It does not give off EMF. We have put 15 EMF meters up against the thing. It gives off 0. We've used natural tri-field meter, regular tri-field meter, digital EMF, electrosensor, TM760. I mean, we have plenty of EMF meters. We put them all up against it. If I put it down next to that fan and I turn that fan off, it's going to go on. Not because anything's touching it, because the EMF that's bleeding off the fan is interfering with the device. So the device is EMF sensitive. It's not generating its own EMF, but it's EMF sensitive. So if you put it on top of, say, a junction box, chances are it's going to go off. Or if you use a walkie-talkie, or you go to radio somebody, it picks up radio frequencies. They don't tell you these things. They prey on people to buy this equipment because it's fancy looking, it has lights, and it looks really cool. Does it look cool? Sure, it looks cool. But is what you're getting really what you're getting? I mean, there's so many other easily explainable factors. And if you're paranormal investigating and you're not using Occam's razor, you're doing it wrong as far as I'm concerned. Maybe that's just me being stuck up in that aspect, but you've got to look at the simplest explanation. So for me, the REM pod is just something have I seen weird stuff I can't explain? Sure. But do I think it's a ghost, or do I think it's environmental factors that could possibly be setting it off? Because there are environmental factors that could be setting it off. You know, like I said, you're in an area that has a radio tower next door that could interfere with it.
Yep.
You know, we did an investigation at a location and it was going off, but like when the battery starts to die, it starts acting erratically. Like you wouldn't know that unless you tested the battery, which we do. That's how we were able to find out. If we didn't know any better, we would have just thought, shit, this is crazy. Something's touching the probe. It's just all lighting up and going insane. There's no warning to let you know when the battery's dying. It's a hockey puck with lights. Super thick hockey puck with lights.
And expensive.
And an expensive hockey puck with
Once
lights.
again, you know, these things
Like-
are made from 3D printers. They're not. You can go to
I
the
just-
local library and rent it out for a day and print the shit out for free. Like
In general,
I mean,
I'm not a fan of equipment that was made for paranormal investigating. Because you don't have enough knowledge to tell me what a ghost is using to manifest. It's all theory. You're literally throwing shit up against the wall, hoping something sticks. Which is, I guess, a fine method, but there should be a big asterisk next to that piece of equipment. At least when I know an electric company is building an EMF meter, it serves an actual purpose.
Right.
It's calibrated properly. It's known how to be used. There are ranges on the meter. There is a theory to what it's being used for, not just in the paranormal field. Like, if I have exposed wiring in my house, you know, there's an actual use for it. And I think applying something that has practical uses in the paranormal field gains more weight when you capture something than something that was designed to just be flashy. And that's what I feel a lot of these things are. And I'm kind of old school. Like, give me a 35 millimeter, you know.
James, where are you at with this?
So I haven't used all the equipment we have to offer, obviously. And honestly, the equipment that I've used that I don't like using are not because like of what it tests or the theory behind it or anything, but it's because of like a little gimmick that they each have. And the one that comes to mind is the TM760. It's not because it's like not working or whatever, but I just don't like turning it on every 5 minutes. It just annoys me over a 2-3 hour investigation to, oh, is it off? Oh, 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And it just annoys me. It's not the theory behind it, it's not how it works or anything, it's just that keep
That
hitting the button.
specific, right?
Yeah.
That makes sense.
You set it up
That
across
is
the
pain in
room
ass,
and ask EVP questions, hoping
Yeah.
it interacts with the device,
Yeah.
and it just shuts itself
It shuts
off
itself
on you.
off.
Yeah.
Just wait a little longer when you've got the equipment where you have to hold the button down. That's what
Oh, yeah.
we ask you this question in a month, you'll change your answer. You'll be like,
I guarantee
that
I
fucking electro sensor.
Yeah.
And that's the thing too with devices like that. You hold the button down, and people don't realize their hands get tired and their muscles, ever so slightly, will flicker. And you won't notice. You'll say, "No, I was holding it down," but that'll give you a false positive too. Yeah,
Prime example of that.
Yeah.
You know, slight movement sets that thing off.
yeah.
But tell them what you got. You've used plenty.
For me, I don't like using any equipment that I feel like is taking me out of the moment. Like, I don't want to be so focused on what my equipment's doing that I could be missing something that's happening right in front of me.
Okay.
So I like the more subtle things. I like the more reactive equipment. You know, where I can put it down, leave it, and if it starts to do something, then be like, all right, what's going on? Whereas opposed to something where I have to actively, like, not a big fan of video cameras, because I feel like having a video camera kind of takes me out of it a little bit. I'm paying more attention to what's going on in the camera than what's going on, you know.
Okay.
5 feet in front of me here, I'm paying no attention over here, so.
That's why whenever we investigate, the rule of thumb is to just close the viewfinder. Don't even look at it.
Yeah.
Just hold it, and you do your investigating and film as much as you can. Yeah, but I agree, it is.
And personally, I don't even like, if I don't have to use a flashlight during investigation, I won't.
No.
Because I'd rather be more aware of my surroundings instead of, you know, you take that light, it's gonna change your perception, it's gonna mess with your eyes. I'd rather not use the light at all if I have to, so, if I don't have to. That's kind of my train of thought on it.
Okay. Anybody else have anything you want to add? No? Alright, so let us know what you guys think. What is the piece of equipment that you don't like using the most? Let us know in the comments section below. And if you haven't yet, you can give this video a like, share, and subscribe. And you can also click that little notification bell to know when all of our content is being uploaded to YouTube. So thank you guys very much for joining us on this latest edition of Ghost News Network. And until next time, take care, guys.